Welcome everyone to the very first game of the Super Marauder Brothers Invitational, and this is our first game on Tirriath Plateau. This will be a special PvP, and what's so nice about this map is because you don't spawn on the same side. You normally are going to get long games, and especially with these cross positions, we just might see that. It's really easy to get that first and second expansion really quickly, simply because of the far positions. Now, this is a PvP on this map, and that's something that you rarely see on this map. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what strategy they decide to go, because every strategy, it seems like, seems to be very, very good, especially against another Protoss. You can either go 4-gate, 3-gate fast expansion even works, and on this map, you might even be able to get away with a faster expansion. It looks like that Sheets actually does not know that you can that your opponent can't spawn on the same side, so he's going to do a quick scout, and he's actually going to run across this green probe, and it's going to take him a little longer to find his opponent because of that. Now, whether or not that's going to hurt them, I doubt that, because he did send his scout at the 10 supply right after that pylon finished, which seems to be standard for the Protoss player. They seem to like getting that scout off early. They want to know what their opponent's going so they can react accordingly. And it looks like both players are getting their gateways. However, Green is opting to get that assimilator at standard time, so he will be able to start his gateway technology just a little bit quicker. And I think we're going to see some 2-gate aggression this game, which is kind of unusual simply because of the vast distances we see here. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the greatest move for our pink player Sheets. We see the scouting probe has seen him, but is opting to continue to go down to the south position before returning home. I don't know if that was a mistake on him, if he totally forgot about his probe to send it back to keep on scouting. We do have the green probe going down now. And we do have some lag. We have continuous, we have another pylon going down, we have that gateway going down, and finally we see a assimilator going down. So maybe he just wanted to get a few more zealots out before he started that cybernetics core, which is kind of odd build order. We will see if he might get punished for it later on, or if it will actually help him out in the long run. We see cybernetics core coming out now. We see that Green will be able to start up that warp gate as well as a sentry right away. And he's actually opting to take his second assimilator quite quickly, so we might see a lot of tech this game from Green. Whether it's Void Raised or Templars, we'll have to wait and find out. We have 2 zealots out now for our pink player. We have continuous production of these pylons, and want to definitely make sure that you don't get supply blocks. We don't see any additional gateways quite yet, so he is going to take his second assimilator now, this is about standard timing. So we see that pink player is actually transitioning into a standard type play, and we do see a robotics facility going down for Green now. So this might mean that he might be going either for fast immortals or even going for that 1-base Colossus play. And the more Colossus you get in this PvP, which it seems to be War of the Worlds in this matchup, the better chances you have, unless your opponent goes for some type of Void Ray tech. Another pylon going down, so still doing really well about making sure that he does not get himself supply blocked. We finally see that sentry out now. We still see high gas for Green. He still waiting to see what tech option he goes with this robotics facility, or how he will use it. Another robotics facility going down for pink. So it looks like he might go for 3-gate robo or just 2-gate robo and go ahead and take that expansion quickly. Observer coming out now for Green, so we will see an early scout out from him. We still see a high amount of gas, so I'm still unsure as to what he's going to do with that play. He hasn't really shown what tech option he wants to go, other than just having that standard robo. We see Warp Gate technology has finished for pink. He is going to get that 3rd gateway, so this will be 3-gateway robo play, which really means that he wants to have aggression early on, otherwise it will hurt him in the long run. for not getting that expansion up. Still quite surprised that these players have not secured their natural expansions, for it is so easy with these vast distances. All you need to do is just put up 1 or 2 cannons and you are set, because even 4-gate aggression, because of these distances, takes so long to get over there unless you put that proxy pylon up. And that's where you just have a simple scout off to make sure that you know that it's not going to happen. We see an observer going across each other in these pathing directions, and they're both going to head towards each other's base and see what they're going. And they're going to be pretty shocked to see that this 3-gate robo is actually the counter to a fast Colossus. All you need to do is get 2 or 3 robotics, 2 or 3 immortals out, and just target that target the Colossus, and it takes him out quite quickly. We do see that his first thing out of the robotics facility from green is the immortal, and we also see a robotics bay is finally finished. We will see that fast Colossi, as I had mentioned before. We see a cannon going up now. Not sure as to where it is, actually at the front, so he is worried about a DT rush, or at least a proxy pylon sending in some men as he leaves, which I really think if he wanted to have that pylon there, he should put it in his mineral line, because warp prisms are still a valid threat, as well as any type of drop with the warp prism. We see Twilight Cancel coming down. This is quite unusual, especially with seeing the robotics facility. He is going for a very heavy tech, so he'd be low on units. This might be difficult for our pink player to hold off. We do see sentries at the gate, so it might bait him some time if he notices his attack. And here we might see an engagement. Pink is waiting. He's waiting for his probe to get there and put down that proxy pylon. We don't see an additional immortal waiting. This is kind of an awkward timing push, because he did not push with that second immortal. And our green player actually doesn't have a lot of stalkers for our immortal to do damage to. First Colossus out now, and he is opting to actually come back home. Or no, he is just waiting just a little bit longer. We see green has this. This might be a good time for him to engage if he can start targeting that Colossus first. But no, he's just going to walk on by. I don't know if this is a good choice by our pink player. He is force fielding it off. Great idea. However, once green player gets back in here, because of this massive unit, he's able to walk over those force fields. He's just going to walk on up. This might be bad for green, or this could pay off. And no, he is not sending down his units. He's kind of sidetracked by trying to get his workers away, and they are just starting to engage. We see that he's trying to take down the Nexus. He is not wanting to engage green because of this Colossi. That is a very scary unit. However, he needs to get rid of this robotics facility before another immortal pokes out, because this will be extremely dangerous, especially for all these stalkers. And look in that engagement. I actually thought pink was going to do much better. However, he is losing all of his units, and now with a huge food deficit, with the units lost tab, we see that pink is nearly behind by 1,000 units lost. However, because green lost so much economy, he is down to 13 workers. That's half of pink's economy. He can easily take an expansion as long as he makes sure to continuously make units. And we do see units were made in the beginning. I think he needs to retreat all those units right now. He's going to leave 4 behind. These might be picked off, and that's going to be a huge loss for pink. And I think green might be able to get back in this game simply because of these units being out of position. He will not have the amount of units he needs to defend. We do have Thermal Lance just about to finish, and this is going to be huge for the green player because he can just bait units and kite them all day, but he does need to start being aggressive before this Nexus gets up, because once that Nexus gets up, I think it's going to be extremely difficult for the green player to get back in this game. Here we go. We see him going across the field right now. It's taking so long to get over. He might just have enough units to hold this off, but no, he just has an immortal. And now he's warping in 5 more units, but this might